Oh, good morning, my friends. Right, it is 6 minutes past 7 and it's just starting to get light. And we're going to take my Porsche Taycan Generation 2 all-electric car all the way down to Farnborough to the Everything Electric show. It's going to be a bit like walking in a lion's den for me. I think I might get lynched by all the evangelists for all the things that I've said about them, like cutting their crusts off of their bread, etc., and their sandwiches, and also being swingers. Anyway, I'll see whether I survive for the return journey. What we're going to do today is a little bit of a range test, because we're going to go from here in Mansfield all the way down to Farnborough, and then from Farnborough all the way back up to Leeds, to my family in Leeds. So it's going to be an interesting one. I've clocked it on Apple Maps, which you never know whether to trust or not, at 375 miles. Now that's going to be interesting. First of all, can my car do it all in one go? Who knows? It depends on how I drive, etc., and also what regeneration it puts back into its batteries. So we're going to actually monitor that. So when I get in the car, I'm going to let you know what range I'm at. So you need to take note of the range when I start, when I get to Farnborough, and also along the way. So get your pencils sharpened and your paper ready, or your computers, whatever. If you're new to the channel, do hit the subscribe button, and also give us a thumbs up if you enjoy the video. Now, without further ado, my friends, let's go. Oh, I hope I'm going to survive today. I hope I am going to survive today. Right, I've been charging up now. Don't tell the ex-wife, because she doesn't like me charging here. She has a little bit of an issue because she says she doesn't trust this thing not to set on fire. I said, it's fine. I said, the Generation 2 is fine. She says, well, you're not doing it, and also I'm nicking her electric. But don't worry, I've left some money in there. I'm not a thief. Right, we're going to get this thing uncharged. Okay, and she doesn't watch my videos, so I'll be all right. Let's get this thing out. Press the button. There we go. Come on. There we go. And then that should shut itself now. Pop that there. Come on. Close. There we go. Let's pop this back. Now she'll probably wonder what the 20 quid is for that I've shoved through the letterbox, but who cares? I shall figure that out. I'll just say it's a little gift or something. She still ain't got rid of this though, so it comes in handy. And she's not switched it off because I've still got the app. Come on, onwards. Fully charged. Oh. She's not a massive fan, I have to say, of electric cars. It's weird, isn't it? A lot of people are worried about charging the cars on the driveway, etc. At my house, my charger is actually in the garage, and I've shown that on a previous video, and people have said, oh, I'd be worried about that because my garage is actually under my house. So I plug it in. If anything does happen, then my house is going up in flames. I guess out here, then it should be all right. Anyway, onwards. Oh, right, well, I did change it to scale Extricon, but I'm going to change it back by popular demand to milk flow on. Come on, onwards. Okay, so we are on the road now. I've got a load of messages coming up. Assistance systems currently limited. Emergency stop function currently unavailable. Driving possible. Assistance systems currently limited. Emergency stop. Come on, get off. Loads of things popping up on my dashboard, and that's because it's a little bit misty this morning, and all the cameras around the car that see that, well, it's stopping them working. A little bit of mist. Nothing works. Technology for you. Right, where are we? So we are at 331 miles of range, 99% of battery at the moment, because I've just gone a few yards basically. 164 miles to Farnborough. So 164 miles to Farnborough, 99% of battery. We will have started out at 100%. And we've got 330 miles of range. So put them figures down and we're going to see what we've got when I get up to Leeds later on today. So that's going to be quite interesting. Are we actually going to get down to Farnborough and up to Leeds without charging? And that's the question. And also, am I going to survive the Everything Electric show, where I'm going to go and film a few videos and come out alive? The evangelists might eat me. Speed limit display currently restricted, so it's not telling me what the speed limits are, because again the cameras are misty, so hopefully they'll switch back on in a little while. Right, come on, onwards. What a beautiful morning. I wish you could see my dashboard at the moment, because I have got numerous different warning messages on there because of the cameras that are misted up from the outside weather, and half of my dashboard isn't on. Speed limit currently restricted. We've got crash detection. I've got a little hazard sign popping up because it can't see what's going on. So all the safety systems at the moment are just basically, well, they're not working. They're restricted because of a little bit of mist in the morning, a little bit of dew. Well, that's technology, modern technology for you, isn't it? It doesn't work if the cameras are covered. Crackers. Wow. I'll tell you about this in a minute, but this time of year is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? The trees, you've got the greens, the oranges, the yellows, absolutely gorgeous time of year. Anyway, back to the car. We're back in action. The cameras must be working again now, because I got this bing, bing, bing. I'm going 1 mile an hour over the speed limit, and it's come up with the speed now and everything's back on. So the camera has obviously cleared, which makes me think, stick a piece of tape over the camera and it'll stop that annoying speed detection and speed restriction and yanking the steering wheel out of your hand, because that also is operated. There we go, it's doing it. It's pushing me back into the road again. Don't you love modern, excuse me, I need a coffee. Modern technology. Yeah, maybe I should get some gaffer tape and just cover them cameras up permanently. There's the thing. Onwards. Okay, M1 South, a little update for you. Grab your pencils and your paper or whatever you're doing it on. 96% of battery, 316 miles of range still, and 154 miles to go to get to Farnborough. So, it's going to be interesting. Am I going to make it all the way down there and back to Leeds without charging? I probably will charge at some point when I get up near there, as I'm going to need some charge to go around with my family, etc. But I'm going to try and get all the way up to Leeds, if I can, without charging. Now that would have been impossible in my Generation 1 Taycan. With at this time of year, it probably would have only got, on colder mornings, about 194 miles of range. A lot more in summer, I have to say, but in winter your range drops quite drastically, and it will do in this car as well. In summer this car will get a lot more range. Doesn't happen with diesel or petrol, that though, does it? You don't get any more. That doesn't affect diesel or petrol, does it? Don't think that affects that. And it stopped beeping at me. Onwards. Okay, so I've changed the route a little bit. Now I'm sure you'll agree, because it was trying to take me to the M25, which you can do, and it is a little bit shorter, but nobody wants to go on the M25. I don't want to go on the M25 down that route. So now we've got 161 miles to go to our destination, 95% of battery, and 315 miles of range. And we're going to go, I think we're going to take the, what is it, A43 to Oxford, which is the way that my mate Dave said you should go. And he's a lorry driver and he should know. So I'm going that way. So there we go. Right, so let's get there. I do need a coffee though. I'm going to have to stop along the way. And it's not a habit, I'm not addicted, but I have to kickstart myself in the morning with a little latte. Question for you, and I know some of you is going to say none. Starbucks or Costa? Let me know in the comment section down below. I know someone's going to say none. Don't start with the sarcasm. Starbucks or Costa? Oh, what's the other one? Trying to think of the other one. There's another main branch that my girlfriend likes to go with a blue. What is it? Which begins with N, does it? I'll think about it in a minute. Cafe Nero, that's the one. It's okay. I think the worst out of them all is probably Greg's coffee. Terrible. I don't like Greg's coffee. McDonald's, I like a McDonald's coffee. In fact, I wonder if there's a McDonald's on the way down. I'm loving it. It changed me back again. There's a better route, M25. No, M25 changed me back. I'm like, no, I want to get off at Oxford. So I've had to go in and manually change it while I'm driving, by the way, tapping away on the screen, which a lot of people have said, oh, that's illegal. It's not. It's actually on my screen in my car. It's only illegal if you start playing with your mobile phone. But all these screens in these modern day cars and EVs, etc. No, you can do what you want. Even the heating, you have to go into a screen on here to change the heating. There's vents, but there's no little flaps and manual controls. You go onto a little iPad thing on there and start moving it around. Nice little graphic. But you have to take your eyes off the road rather than just go flick, move. It's just sometimes technology is just put there for the sake of it, isn't it? And it's just pointless. So, I've got to say, let's have a little chat and tell me what you think in the comment section. This everything electric show down here, I don't understand it, right? This is what I don't get. I've said all along, I'm not an evangelist. I think my electric car drives really well, but I am dead set, and I can't express how much anger and venom I have for the powers that be that are trying to push their evil agenda upon us on the 2030 or 2035, whenever it's going to be, of the ban on the sale of petrol and diesel cars. I am venomously angry about that, and I want to do everything in my power to stop them doing that. And I don't understand, and I believe that a lot of these evangelists who spout rubbish about electric cars are actually, in my belief, paid by the government. You've got certain YouTube channels that are paid by the government to brainwash people into thinking that electric cars are the way forward and petrol cars are the enemy, and they pollute the environment and they're bad, etc. They've got cleaner and cleaner and more efficient as we go along. And that is where I stand and I don't understand these kind of shows. And you're going to go, well, you're going to the show, McMaster. Yes, of course I am, because I can get content out of it and do some videos. And that's why I'm going. But I don't understand it. It's like trying to break, you've got literally a crowd of people, it's for the greater good, you know, and they literally brainwashed and they've been upgraded into thinking that electric cars are the be all and end all. Now, if you like electric cars, go ahead, drive an electric car. I'm driving an electric car, but don't you dare tell other people what they can and they can't drive. Don't you dare tell people what they can and can't drive. And the governments, don't you dare tell the manufacturers what cars they can build. I feel and I tell you, I'm foaming at the mouth. I feel venomously angry about the government and the powers that be. And I believe, get in the left-hand lane, I believe that these people, some of them are paid shills to brainwash people. And that's where I stand. Stop it. Stop the government. Stop the powers that be. And let's stop this complete madness, because otherwise you won't have a choice. It's the same with, and again, it's the same with contactless payments, and I'm having a rant, but I know you'll agree with me. It's the same with contactless payments and cash, right? I pay with contactless, okay? I find it a lot easier. But do I think cash should be banned? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The moment you do that, then they've got control over you. And it's the same with this digital ID. In my opinion, again, it's all about control. And eventually, they'll control you with your cars. You cannot drive any more miles today. You've driven enough. Don't go out of a certain area. And you can laugh and say, oh, you're wearing a tinfoil hat. But time will tell. And you'll play this video back and go, damn, he was right. And I am right. These people, these elites, are not bothered about you. They're not interested in you. They want to control you. And that is where I stand, and that's my belief. And I could be wrong, and I could just be completely crackers. I mean, I am crackers, but that's where I stand, and that's my beliefs. And I get very emotional about it because I got another electric car because I like the way the Taycan drives. It's a great car. But, you know, do I think petrol cars should be banned? Absolutely not. And I stand firmly on that. I love driving petrol cars, and I'd love a 911, by the way. And eventually I will have a 911 alongside of my Taycan and alongside of a Renault 5 and maybe a classic Ford Capri as well. But there we go. It's choice. Don't let them take the choice away. Share the video for me, give us a thumbs up, and let's put the end to this madness. And I will also say that I got another electric car as well. I can make content out of it. And also, and I'll tell you this, and if the powers that be are watching, it's easier to fight the fight and fight the enemy if you've got their weapon to use against them. I find it's going to be interesting going to this Everything Electric show, because I find that what's that? What is that? It's the Ford Capri, the new one. It's the crappy. It looks dreadful. Sorry, I feel I've just been a bit sick in my mouth. So it's just wrong. Richard Hammond did a review of that, by the way. Go and check it out on his channel. It's interesting because the way that he reviewed it was, so he didn't slate it, so he was still friends with Ford, but at the same time, didn't really say that he'd have one, and also he kind of was very neutral on how he reviewed it. Go on, take a look. What I was about to say is evangelists, I'm going to pull in here and have a coffee. Evangelists are just weird. They try and push their EVs onto everybody else, whereas petrol heads just are not interested. Just like, leave us alone. Leave us alone. We're not interested. If you want your EVs, go and have them, but leave us petrol heads alone. Whereas the evangelists have to push their electric cars and their agenda and the government's agenda and the powers that be. It's not just the government, it's the people above them. It's the elites trying to push it onto you through them, because the government don't drive electric cars. But it's the evangelists try and push their EVs onto you, whereas petrol heads just like, leave us alone. It's just strange, isn't it? I'm not going to be safe walking around there. Right, Watford Gap. I'm going to go and get a coffee. Quite a famous station, this is, service station. I think it's in need of a. Let me just park this up. A refurb. This Watford Gap. It's absolutely looks like it's dropping to pieces. Right, here we go. Backed by popular demand. Milk float off. Right, let's go and get a coffee and maybe a little snackette or something, I think. Grid serve over there, and then lots of grid serve charges over there. Let's see how many people are on them. Nobody charging. Blimey. There we go. Obviously very popular. Expensive though. I think it's what is it now? 85p or something a kilowatt. Let's go and have a look. 85p a kilowatt, or if you have the app, 79p. Why is it cheaper if you have the app? I wonder why it's cheaper. Because you can download the app for free. So why are they giving it you for cheaper if you've got the app? Because they've got your data. Let's go and get this breakfast. Right, got my McDonald's wrap and latte with they've got brown sauce on the wrap, by the way. Then we're going to hit the road again. Let's get on the road, although I'll peel my McDonald's voucher off first, my little Monopoly thing, and see what I've won. I like to give them to Harriet. Oh, Bentley there. I actually had a dream last night I was driving a Bentley. That's only just come back to me. That's weird. There we go. Electric Bentley. No thanks. Amazing why YouTubers do that and hold things in front of them, isn't it? Right, stay there. Let's see if I've won anything on my McDonald's sticker before we continue on. What have we got here? A free Big Mac or McChicken sandwich. Boom! Get in. I shall have that. Thank you very much. Pass that one on to Harriet, actually. Have I got anything on my rack? I love these McDonald's things. Let's have a look. Here we go. What do we got here? Might actually have that one myself later on the way back. Oh, a free apple pie or a fruit bag. I'll be having a free apple pie later on and a McChicken sandwich. Right, let's. I'm going to eat this, and then we'll get back in the car and we'll get on the way to the Lion's Den. Watford Gap. Didn't they put me in the comment section? Didn't they used to have some concerts or something on years ago at Watford Gap? Look at that egg. Looks like a Haribo egg, doesn't it? Good grief. Right, I'll eat this and I'll see you guys in a minute. Right, what a beautiful, beautiful car that is, the Ford Mustang, I think. Ah, my shoulder. Fell over and did my shoulder in doing the gardening. What an absolutely gorgeous car that Mustang is. And that is what we're actually, 1 second. That is what we're missing nowadays. Cars, all these EVs, they just look absolutely awful, don't they? Oh. Right, I'll see you in the car. Oh, right, that is better. Got my coffee there, and let's get back on the road. Now then, milk floats on. Onwards. How do you get out of this place? Turn left. Where are we going now? Cars. How do you get out? I never know how to get out these places. Right, it must be around here.
Continue straight for 50 minutes to junction 6A, 25.
Right, so where are we? Let's have a look. We are, let me get back on the road and I'll tell you where we are. We have, let me concentrate and get out of here because there's some pillocks around. 81% of battery, 264 miles of range, and 98 miles to go to the destination. So 81% of battery, 264 miles of range, 98 miles to our destination. So keep marking this down. Are we going to make it back up to Leeds without charging? So I'm actually gonna, oh flipping heck, they've put these blooming lids on the McDonald's things. Oh, I can't stand these paper lids. Hang on a minute. Oh, it's horrible. It makes the paper lids, McDonald's, I'm not loving that. Not loving it. Good grief, we've come to a world where everybody's driving in battery operated vehicles and we're having them push downers, bottle tops that don't detach from the tops that you have to rip off, and paper lids. What's going on? The world's gone nuts. Take me back to the 80s. Anyway, my sat nav's saying it's 20 minutes longer the way that I wanted to go, and it's diverted again back to the M25. And it says it's 20 minutes shorter and a lot quicker. So I am going to trust the sat nav. So again, 80%, 261 miles of range and 94 miles to the destination. It says we're going to get there at 11. So I'm trusting the sat nav, trusting Waze. Cheers. Oh, it's horrible. It's like scrapes again. It's like scraping your fingernails down a blackboard. McDonald's. Why would I want to drink out of a cardboard top that? It's horrible. Blah. That's just as bad as a paper straw. Let's play a little game. Comments down below, right? Years ago, BMW drivers got the rap for being the biggest cockwombles of them all on the road. And then it came into force that it was really Audi drivers that were the biggest cockwombles of them all. But who is it now? Because there's lots of different people on the table now, really, on the road, isn't there? We've got MG drivers. You know, are they cockwombles? Or they're more really, they're just, I guess they're people, coffin dodgers really, aren't they? MG drivers, more than cockwombles. Then we've got Tesla drivers. Well, they're just complete, I can't even say the words, BNs, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? They're just, yeah, anyway, the comments down below. Who are the biggest cockwombles of them all. Now, is it BMW drivers still? Is it Audi? Let me know in the comment section down below. And don't say Taycan drivers. I know what you're thinking. You'd probably be right though. I look at the demographics of my viewership and my viewers, so you can actually see how old people are and what sex they are and where they're from on YouTube. I can see where they're watching from around the world. You go into your YouTube analytics and it tells you how long people are watching for, etc. What's the most watch points of your videos. And I think the demographics of mine, the highest percentage of viewership on my channel, around about 48 to 60 odd year old, sometimes a little bit older, so roughly the same age as me. So I'm now talking to this demographic, and from my era, who grew up in the 70s and 80s. Mainly for me, the 80s was a big thing, obviously, because, you know, you remember more in the 80s. I was 10-year-old from 1980 onwards, etc. And I believe that cars back then were better. They were better designed. And just correct me if I'm wrong, because there is a friend of mine who just said, oh, you're looking back and things were just easier for you. But I find that those times I miss. And I feel sorry for the generation of tomorrow and today, more tomorrow really. My little lad and Harriet and my grandkids, my little lad who's 5, he's going to grow up in a generation of being controlled by the powers that be and the governments, etc., being told where he can go, how long he can go out for, what he can spend his money on. It'll be digital currency only. It'll be electric vehicles. I think eventually, personally, and hear me out, I think, you can tell me if I'm talking rubbish. That's what, you know, just don't be rude, but tell me if I'm talking rubbish. I actually don't think that any of us will be driving in the future. I don't think that's what the elite want us to do. They don't want us to have any freedom whatsoever. And this is just the beginning of it. This is just the beginning of it, right? Electric cars, and then digital ID be pushed in. It's the beginning of complete and utter control. And if you've seen 1984, right, if you haven't seen it, or if you haven't read the book, go and read the book or watch the movie. That's what's coming, and that's what they want. They'll be driving around, they'll be doing what they want, the elites will, but they'll have total control of you. And it starts right here, telling you what you can and can't drive. And that's why I think 1980s, such better times, such better times. It was just easier, less on the TV, less channels. Sometimes less is more. You appreciated what was on, didn't you, when you was on TV? You'd got your Coronation Street, you know, Wednesday, was it, 7 o'clock or whatever? You know, you'd got your Quinces, you'd got your Starsky and Hutch, you'd got the professionals. The cars in the professionals were better. I've said that a million times, you know, the Ford Capris, and I think they had the Ford Escorts as well. It was just a better time. And the future, unless we start to say no to these elites, the future's not going to be good for the future generation, for our children and our children's children. And that's why now we need to stand up to the powers that be. And I've had people in the comments say, oh, you're a hypocrite. Call me what you want, but I can tell you this, and you can tell by how angry I get, foaming at the mouth. I do not want the governments and the powers to be to tell us that we can and cannot do stuff after 2035. If we want to drive a petrol car, if we want to buy a brand new petrol car, Well then, in your face, we will. Don't you dare tell us what we can and can't buy. Don't you dare tell us. They're all liars and crooks themselves. So stand up. We will prevail. Power to the people. Let me tell you this as well. Right, let me tell you this. There is no left wing and right wing. That's what we are being brainwashed and conditioned into thinking. It's your left wing, your right wing, to have us fighting against each other. The media, you look, I worked for the media for many years, and the media will manipulate your mind. They will manipulate you because they're told what to do and told what to print. And I know, I worked for them, right? There is no left wing and right wing. Remember this. There is them and us. And that's it. There's them and us. Left wing and right wing has been created to divide us both and have us fighting against each other while not seeing what's really going on, right? Open your eyes and see what's going on. We need to stand up, team up, and fight the powers that be, right? That's what we need to do. Don't let them take over. We will prevail. Little update for you, but before I give you an update, I've got to say, I'm watching the road while I'm driving. I'm looking at the different cars, and all the Chinese cars that are coming over, aren't they crap? I mean, they just look terrible, don't they? I mean, they look terrible. I mean, what has China actually given to us that are, other than sweet and sour chicken, what has China given to us that is actually worth having? Maybe chicken and cashew nut, that's about it. Other than that, nothing. Temu, rubbish. TikTok, garbage. MGs, crap. BYD, I'm going to say BYD, actually, to be fair, drove okay, but would you want one? I drove one. Did I have one? No, because it's China's, it's just, no. It's a Temu version of a Taycan. It's the BYD is the Temu Taycan. That's what it is. No, honestly. But the thing is, unless we stop all this absolute madness, China is going to take over. You can have a Temu world. Right, I need to get over here because there's a concrete lorry and it's throwing rubbish up at me. And now he's indicating. Great. Let's move out here. Get over here. Right, okay, a little update for you. Pull in here. The roads are so busy now these days. 64% of battery, 211 miles of range left, and 30 miles to go to Farnborough. So we're doing all right. MG, an MG EV. Let's see who's driving it. Is it Morag? Anyway, come on, onwards. Right, bit of an update for you because we're doing all right, but we're not doing as good as we could be because we're driving on the motorway, not a lot of braking. Braking gives us regen, which gives us more range, but we're doing okay. We've got 58% of battery, 191 miles of range left, and only 6.8 miles to get to our destination, to the everything electric evangelist get together. I mean, I might not be able to film the second half of this going back, because I may not get out alive, but hopefully, fingers crossed, I will. But in a place full of evangelists, who knows? Right, it'll be like the McMaster versus them. Anyway, we should be there very shortly, and then hopefully we'll get. But we'd have never have got back all the way up to Leeds in the Generation 1. In fact, I mean, it might have been a push to get even down here, really. It depends. Maybe a little way of the way back, but yeah, a lot of it, big improvement so far. Right, well, I've added a bit of a couple of miles on now because I've gone the wrong way. I literally was looking at my sat nav where to go, and a text message come up, then another one come up, then another one come up, and it covered the bottom of where I needed to go, so I took the wrong junction. So I've got to turn around and then scoot back again, but it's not far now anyway. It's another 5 miles in 11 minutes. So we should have added a couple more. I didn't want to do that. That's annoying. Right, let's turn around, get back down and get there. We're going to get there at 10:48. The show started at 10, but I let everybody get in first. Although when I went to the last one in London at the XL Arena, there was not a lot of people there. To say how popular electric cars are, it was fairly empty, if you remember, if you watched that video. Right, I'm going to concentrate because I don't want to go wrong this time. Oh, Tesla. Oh. He can't be going to the show. He's probably going to a swinging party or something. Let's get round here. Come on. Is he going the same way as me? Maybe he is going to the show. One of us. One of us. What's he doing? What's going on? Ah, goodbye, Tesla. Can't wait around.
In 700.
We have the Everything Electric show where you've got speed bumps that are about 6 foot tall. That's an exaggeration. Oh, massive great speed bumps which will just scrape the bottom of your batteries off. Brilliant. Right, we are here. So we have got 56% of battery, making out of this. 56% of battery, 182 miles of range, and we are here. 10:46, and there's a massive queue now to get in, so I'm hoping we've got enough parking space, so we shall see in a minute.
400 feet. Turn left.
Blimey, look at all these planes. Wow. Farnborough International. Ah, BYD. That's a Seal, isn't it? It's the Temu Taycan. I don't know whether you saw that, the Mustang back there, the Mustang EV. And then we managed to see a Mustang earlier on, didn't we, at Watford Gap. What an absolute polar opposite. Polar opposite, is that the Ford Crappie? Yep, the Ford Crappie that's just gone by. Right, let's get parked up. Okay, so we're here. And I've got 55% of battery, 181 miles of range. We've arrived at the destination. So are we going to make it back to Leeds? Well, who knows? We shall have to find out. Don't go anywhere because it will only be a few moments for you. I'm going to go and have a look around the show. I'm going to do a little filming for that as well. So that should be quite interesting. I don't know whether you'll have already seen them videos. I don't know what order I'll put them out, but I'm going to go in there and hopefully I'll get out alive. Wish me luck, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Well, a few seconds for you. Right, I made it out alive. So what we're going to do now is we're going to drive from here, Farnborough, all the way up to Leeds. Are we going to make it all the way without charging? Well, let's find out. Let's get in the car and onwards, my friends. Oh, right. Okay, milk flow on, and we are at 55% of battery, 180 miles of range left. The big question is, are we going to make it all the way to Leeds without charging? So let's have a look here. Okay, 1 second. Let's pop in our destination. Where are we? No, I don't want to go there. Stop 1 second. What are you doing? Stop that, go back. How do I stop this? Right, we are, bear with me. Trust me, I won't be a minute. So we want to go to Leeds, which is here. There we go. Okay, how many miles is it going to be? We've got 180 miles of range. 222 miles. No, really? That's mental. 222 miles, 180 miles of range. I reckon we could make it though. Pop it down, write it down, and let's see how we go. Onwards, my friends. Don't forget the range will increase if I use my regen. Oh dear, so 209 miles to go. What I need though is for the gap to close. So I need the miles to go to come down, but I need the range to go up, which it should do if I keep braking, but there's not going to be a lot of braking on the motorway. We're now at 51%, 165 miles of range and 209 miles to go back to Leeds. Can we make it or not? Ooh, it's going to be a close one, because I'm going to tell you now, that's going to stay on 165 miles for another 3 or 4 miles. So there we go, and that's what happens with EVs, because if I'm putting the regen on and I'm braking like that, it's going to put some energy back into it again. Fingers crossed for me, this is going to be a close one. Okay, bit of an update for you. I've not put the camera to my face for 2 reasons. Because it's better to look at the road than look at my face. And secondly, it's too dark so you won't see anything, which is probably a bonus. Anyway, let's be serious for a moment. I don't think we're going to make it, but we have 55 miles of range, 18% of battery left, but 92 miles to go to our destination. So 92 miles to the destination, 55 miles of range at the moment. Hopefully it could close in, who knows. I have to say though, I'm getting a little tired, so do need a little bit of a break, and my car's actually come up and said driver fatigue detected, take a break as soon as possible. So we might do that soon. We are now just near Loughborough, so yeah, another 91 miles to go. Anyway, let's see how it goes. Fingers crossed. Okay, so little update for you. 15% battery. The warning light has come on. We're at junction 25. We've got 48 miles of range, 15% battery, and 80 miles to go. So it doesn't look like we're going to make it. We are going to have to charge. But how well have we done? And where would my Gen 1 Taycan have got me? For those who've watched the channel before, well, my Gen 1 Taycan probably would have got about 210 miles. So where would my Gen 1 Taycan have got me compared to the Gen 2? Let me know in the comments section. Onwards to a charger. Right, trowel services. Now then, the big question is, where's the charging points? Let's find them out, because I don't think I've actually charged at this one before.
50 minutes to junction 40.
Yeah, I'm not going to continue because I need to charge. Where are we? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Cars. That's the services, cars, there we go. Straight ahead. Cars only. God, that's bright. Where are we? Where are we going here? Okay, let's go in here. But where are the chargers? Where's the charging points? Can't see the charger. Can't see the chargers. I'm not seeing any charging points. Come on. They're not built yet. Okay. That's not ideal. Okay, so we're going to have to get to the next services now then. I don't know where they are. We've only got 25 miles of range left. So we're going to have to carry on. No charging points there. Got a petrol station, but that's no good. Right, there we go. Brilliant. Let's go to the next services. Right, so we are going to stop at Rotherham services. Now, Rotherham services is 14 miles away and we've got 20 miles of range. So fingers crossed that we can charge at Rotherham services, which I'm pretty sure we can because there's lots of chargers there. So, onwards. Right, I'm actually pulling in here to Woodall, is it, I think? Because I'm getting very, very, very low on charge. So I'm hoping there's some chargers here. Where are we? Can I find them?
Turn left.
Come on. Shut up, sat nav. Where are the chargers?
Then turn left.
Where are the chargers?
Turn right.
Where are they? It looks like there's only some. They're not very fast ones, are they?
Then turn right.
There's literally one charger. Just an. That's not right. Surely they're naff. They're terrible chargers. fast chargers. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. They're not very good. We're going to have to try and risk it. So, 8.6 miles to Rotherham services, and we've got 13 miles of range. We are pushing it. We are pushing it. Let's go onwards to Rotherham. Oh, let's get out of here. I need a wee as well. Oh dear, 4% of battery, 11 miles of range, 5.5 miles. This is where you start to get range anxiety now. Come on. Don't miss the turning, Lee. Keep your eyes out. You miss that turning and you are... Oh, there's a lane closed. Please don't let the lane be closed that I need to go into the services. Please don't let the service lane be closed. If the service lane is closed and I can't get into the services, then I am royally, yeah, you know what I mean. Oh, I think we're all right. Right, 8 miles of range and only half a mile to get to Rotherham services. Whew. Let's go and charge up.
In 900 feet, use the right lane, then at the roundabout, take the third exit. You've arrived. Destination is on your left.
Right, here we are, Rotherham services. It's a weird service station, this one, because you have to go underneath the M1. Stop bleeping at me. You have to go underneath the M1 to get to the main services. So, which is through here. Here we go. Services, go straight on. Main services, straight on. But you can't have lorries under here because there is a bridge, I believe, that you can't get under. There we go. Need to just get some charge. And now we're going to go underneath the M1. Bit narrow, breathe in. Stop bleeping at me. Services, here we go. Let's charge up. I do need a little bit of a break as well. Welcome break. This is actually a good services, to be fair. Where are we? In here. Okay. And then around here, I believe. Oh, please tell me the chargers are in use. Oh, come on. What's going on? I'm now beginning to panic because there's something around the chargers. Oh no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. What is going on? There's Tesla chargers. What is going on? What is going on here? What is going on? They're all being worked on. This could not get any worse. Milk float off. Please let these be working. Right, so I've managed to get it charged I've had to pay with my debit card because this doesn't take the Porsche charging card, which I've now got working. It's now 8:57. We're at 3% and 8 miles, so 8:57, and we're getting how many watts are we getting? Let's have a look. Wow, okay, that's getting really, that is a lot faster than my other Taycan. My word, 4%. There we go. Yeah, 271 kilowatts, 5%. This is going to be quick. I'm going to go for a wee. Right, okay, it is 9:26. I've been in the bathroom, and I have to say this is a lot quicker at charging. We're now 92% and 319 miles. There you go. So we didn't make it all the way from Mansfield and then back up to Leeds, but how did we do? Let me know in the comment section down below. Did we do any good? It's obviously a lot better than the Generation 1 Taycan on range, and especially on charging time. There we go. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that video. Give us a thumbs up, and I'll try and do a few more videos and trips around, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And think about subscribing. It's free. I'm going to unplug this. It's probably cost me an absolute fortune. £76.94. Stop. £76.94. I mean, that's ended in disaster. What? That's ridiculous. Madness.